Hi everyone, in this video we're going to discuss about algebra, solving H problems. So H problem, this is one of the most common problems in algebra. So this type of problems must be solved meticulously by giving more emphasis on the tenses. Kasi sa mga H problems kasi natin, kailangan mo pagtuunan ng pansin yung statement, kung ano ba yung binibigay na statement, ano ba yung nakasaad doon sa problem natin. Mayroong mga tenses. Is it a past? Is it the present? Or is it the future? Kasi alamin mo kung ano bang hinahanap doon sa problem. Ay that niya years back or years ago or yung future age ng tao doon sa problem natin. So it's very important that you have to determine doon you have to analyze doon sa problem kung ano bang ibig sabihin ng statement doon sa problem. Is it the past, the present, or the future? Okay, so yan pong pag-usapan natin. We'll be solving some H problems in this particular video, and this is your tutor daily. Okay, so we have our first problem. Ang una nating problem ito. So, number 1, Paul is now 18 years old and his friend Monica is 14 years old. How many years ago was Paul twice as old as Monica? So, kung i-analyze natin yung problem. Okay, so mayroon tayong dalawang character. So, si Paul, ng edad ni Paul ngayon, meaning to say, by the word now, it means now, it is present. So, ang edad niya ngayon is 18 years old. Samantala naman, ang edad ng kanyang friend na si Monica, okay, the present age of Monica is 14. So, meron tayong given na age ng dalawang tao natin dito, si Paul and Monica. At present, alam natin kung ano yung edad nila. Now, the next statement is, how many years ago was Paul twice as old as Monica? So, meron din tayong statement dito na ang tanong nga is ilang taon, okay, nakalipas. Ilang taon nakalipas na during those years, during that year, I mean, ang edad ni Paul ay twice the age of Monica. Okay, so gagawin natin equation ito or gagawin natin na para ma-solve natin yung nire-require. Ang nire-require kasi dito hindi ang edad ni Paul or hindi ang edad ni Monica, but ang number of years. Okay? So ilang years o ilang years yung dumaan na at that particular year, ang edad ni Paul is 2 times the age of Monica. So let's try and write down the given. So in this particular equation, ang given sabi natin we have to focus on ano ba yung given, the past, the present, or the future. So in this scenario, meron tayong dalawang character, si Paul and si Monica. Okay, lagyan natin dito ang past and ang present. Okay, so wala namang statement about the future. So, ang mga age nila, binigay na dito. Okay, the age of Paul, present is 18. So, sulat natin dito. So, given yun, 18. The age of Monica at present is 14. Okay, sabi dito, how many years ago? So, hindi natin alam. So, meaning to say, ang kay Paul din, pwede natin isulat. Ito yung for another equation natin. Okay, lagyan natin equation 1. Na ang edad ni Paul, ang 18, okay, minus x niya is also equal to times 14. Taon, sabi nga natin sa rules of adding integers, pag ito ay different sign, proceed to subtraction and carry the sign of the bigger number. So in this case, magkaiba yung sign nila. This is negative, this is positive. So proceed natin to subtraction. So and carry the negative sign. So since 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, then 2 is greater than, positive 2 is greater than negative 1. So magiging ano natin is positive 1. So that will become x. So x is 28 minus 18 is 10. Okay, so therefore, ang sagot natin ay 10. 10 years ago. Okay, how many years ago? And that is 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, si Paul, ang edad ni Paul ay twice as old as Monica. If you want to check, okay, so checking tayo to make sure na correct yung answer natin. Let's try, let's do some checking. Sabi natin, ang edad ni Paul at that time, okay, dito sa past, ang edad ni Paul ay, okay, 18 minus x. And 18 minus x is equal to 18 minus 10. and that is equals to 8. Tama? So that is the age of Paul 10 years ago. Okay, alam naman natin na ang sagot ay 10 years ago. So let's try and check kung tama ba. Sabi, ang age of Paul, ang edad ni Paul ay 2 times the age of Monica. So that is, ito yung equation natin, 2 times 14 minus x. So lalagyan natin kung pareho maging 8 yung sagot natin, therefore our answer is correct. So the age of Paul can be written also as 2 times the age of Monica, wherein the age of Monica at that time was 14 minus x. Okay, so 14 minus x, this is also equal to 14 times, ilagay natin. So that is also equal to 2 times 14 minus 10. Okay, and that will give you 14 minus 10 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, so pareho yung value natin. Therefore, our answer is correct. So therefore, okay, yung years ago na tanong dito sa question natin was 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, the age of Paul was twice as the age of Monica. Okay, so therefore, ang sagot natin ay 10. So let's proceed with our second problem. The second problem we have here, a father tells his son, I was your age now when you were born. If the father is now 38 years old, how old was his son 2 years ago? So dito naman, ang tanong dito is, ano yung edad ng anak 2 years ago? So past. Okay, so pag sinabi kasi natin 2 years ago, okay, minus yun sa present na year. So, minus 2 years sa present year. So, anong given dito? So, meron tayong 2 characters, ang father at saka ang son. So, ito, given ito, I was your age now when you were born. Okay? So, mean to say, nung 0 pa yung edad ng anak, syempre, papaanak pa lang, wala pang 0 pa yung age ng anak, ang edad ng tatay ay ang edad ng anak ngayon. Okay? So, given dito na ang edad ng tatay ngayon ay 38 years old. Okay? So, lalagay natin dito sa given natin para mas madali natin maintindihan. So, ano yung given dito sa problem natin? So, we have 2 characters, the father. Actually, minsan hindi na kailangan isulat ito, pero mas maganda ito pag, lalo na pag hindi pa tayo masyadong expert sa pag-write into equation kaagad yung mga given sa problem. So, mas mainam na isulat muna natin yung mga given para ma-picture out natin. Okay? So, kung ano. Kasi minsan pag idiretso natin to equation, baka mali yung pagkakalagay natin ng mga equation natin. So, magiging mali yung sagot natin. So, it's better to write down first yung mga given para at least makuha natin yung clear picture. Okay? So, meron tayong character, ang father at saka yung son. So, we have to consider yung past age. Okay? So, ang pinag-uusapan kasi dito, ang past and the present. Walang na-mention about the future. So, yun lang ang isusulat natin. So, the present age of the father is 38 years old. Tama? So, 38 years old. So, yung present age ng son at saka yung past age ng father. Past age, hindi natin alam kung kailan yon, ilang years yung nagdaan. But ang sabi lang, nung 0 pa ang edad ng anak niya, okay? When he was born, okay, when the son was born, ang edad ng tatay niya ay kapareho sa edad ng anak niya ngayon. Kung ilang taon man ang anak niya ngayon. So let us represent the age of the son as X, the present age of the son. Okay, ito yung edad ng anak niya sa ngayon. And sabi dito, I was your age now when you were born. So this age, meant to say, yung edad ng anak niya ngayon, yun din yung edad niya nung ipinanganak ang anak niya. So 0 age pa yung anak niya at X yung edad ng tatay. Okay, so meron na tayong equation. So in this particular equation natin, given, pwede natin ma-equate yung number of years, di ba? Years na dumaan, meaning to say the difference between the present year minus the past, makukuha natin the number of years na nagdaan. So, ma-equate natin kasi may given naman tayo. So, let's proceed with putting this into equation. So, i-compute natin. So, therefore, ang number of years, okay, so try natin yung equation natin dito. Equation 1 natin. Number of years, okay, number of years na dumaan is actually, kung i-base natin dito sa given sa father, is 38, the present age of the father, minus his past age, di ba? So, ilang taon siya that time, o ilang taon siya ngayon, ima-minus natin yung 38 minus x, makuha natin yung ilang taon na dumaan. So, yung number of years na dumaan ay pareho yung sa edad ng kanyang anak. So, mean to say, ma-equate natin yan. Ang number of years na dumaan is actually x minus 0 age niya. Okay? Actually, pwede natin ilagay diretso as x lang. Pero ipapakita natin na kung sakali kasi may value yung past age ng son, alam nyo na dito yung ilalagay. So, but in this particular scenario, in this particular given, 0 yung age ng son. So, meaning to say, when we subtract the present age of the son minus his age past, okay, yung edad niya during that time na 0, yun yung number of years na dumaan. Okay? So, meron na tayong equation. With this one equation, with one unknown, sabi nga natin, pag meron tayong isang unknown and meron lang tayo kahit isang equation, we can solve the problem. Okay, one equation, one unknown, then we can solve the unknown. So, if two unknowns, two equation din ang kailangan. So, with this particular problem, we only have one unknown, which is represented by x. So, then, ang mangyayari dito, so proceed natin, okay? So, this will actually become 38. Cancel na natin si 0 because wala nang value si 0. Okay? So, transpose natin si minus x or negative x sa kabila. So, that will be x plus x, or that will also give us as 38 is equals to 2x. So, x, continue natin dito. X is equal to 38 divided by 2, and that is equal to 19. So if you notice, iniisa-isa ko talaga para at least mas clear. Okay? Lalo na yung mga first time pa lang sa algebra. Minsan pag ano mo na diretso yung mga shortcut. So minsan hindi na nila nakaka-catch up yung explanation. So this, you have to divide. Therefore, the value of x is equal to 19. So therefore, okay, ang edad ng kanyang anak ngayon ay 19 years old. So, past age of the father is also 19 years old. So, mean to say, nagkaroon ng anak ang father at the age of 19. But that is not the question. Hindi tayo matatapos dito. Kasi ang tanong is, how old was his son 2 years ago? Okay? So, 2 years ago, kung ito yung present age ng son niya ngayon, syempre, isa-subtract natin by 2. So, 2 years ago, so, isulat ko na lang. Okay? So, 2 years ago, the sun was, okay, so the sun, sorry for the spelling, the sun was, okay, so ito yung edad ng sun. So you have to subtract 19 minus 2. Okay, that is 17. 17 years old. So 2 years ago, ang anak niya ay 17 years old. Okay, so therefore, ang sagot natin is 17. So I hope meron po tayo na share na mga ideas on how to solve age problem. Gagawa pa po tayo ng mga problems that is related to age problems. Okay, so for now, ito lang muna. And kung may mga comments kayo, may mga suggestions kayo, feel free to write it down. Okay, and we'll get back to you. And please don't forget to like and subscribe our video. Okay, so thank you so much.